Brooklyn Nets, a game that could be really important considering the Bulls now only have a one-game advantage over the Atlanta Hawks as they sit there in that 10 seed. Me and Kev, we're going to break it down, have some fun, talk some shit right after this.
Mm-hmm.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bulls news and content.
What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. Haize and Big Kev's in the building as well today for the pregame show. Man, the Bulls got a matchup tonight against the Brooklyn Nets. How confident are you feeling, Kev?
It's going to be a dogfight. You already know it. The Bulls rarely play games. The Indiana game was a breath of fresh air, but we know typically the Bulls play close games. And the way Brooklyn's been playing, Cam Thomas went crazy the other night against Jordan Poole and the Wizards. So you can't. The Bulls are at a point in the season where they can't take any team lightly because we've seen what happens when they do. They lose to bad teams.
And that's the thing, the duality with the Bulls, right? They can beat anybody on any given night. They can lose to anybody on the next night. It's just the way that it goes with the Chicago Bulls. For every win we have against a team that we look like and say, damn, the Bulls really beat that team, they'll lose against a team that could be beaten by anybody. So it's just, you just never know with the Bulls. But kind of what I said on today's daily episode, I want to come back to that. To me, it's all about the Bulls really first setting the tone defensively. When you look at some of our best wins on the season have come via us setting the tone defensively, and then that just makes the offense easier for us because we're not a team that moves without the ball in the half court very regularly. But when we get out in transition and can attack the defense before it has a chance to set up, it looks like a completely different offense. And I think that's important for the Bulls if they want to try to get a dub tonight as well.
Absolutely. Iota Sumu, Caruso, Dalen Terry to a certain extent, Kobe White when he's not in his head. They know how to push that ball off rebounds. And it's really good, especially when Io does it. That dude is a one-man fast break. So not allowing the defense to set up is important for the Bulls tonight if they plan on having the type of game they just had the other night.
Yeah, and then you look at this Brooklyn Nets team. I mean, this is a team that does get up a lot of threes. They hit them at a decent rate, but they're middle of the pack offensively, middle of the pack defensively. They give up more points than what they score regularly. So, I mean, this is a game where if the Bulls can keep them off the boards, one thing that the Brooklyn Nets are top 10 in the league at, they are the the 12th best rebounding team per game, but then they also have the sixth best offensive rebounding team per game. And we know that the Bulls give up a lot of offensive rebounds and second chance points. So the Bulls definitely need to look to avoid that today as well.
Absolutely, and that's going to be on Billy D and his rotations. Billy Donovan sometimes understands the assignment, but most times he doesn't. He'll wait too long to bring Andre Drummond in when he knows that he needs rebounds. He'll leave Javon Carter in when he knows that he's just struggling. Or even the other day, Kobe White at one point I think was 3 for 17 from the field. Sit him down, talk to him, let him gather his thoughts. But instead, Billy Donovan just sticks to whatever his game plan is going into, as opposed to adjusting to the game situation.
Well, I think the thing is like when you look at a player like Kobe, sometimes you have to keep them in hoping that they're going to shoot themselves out of it. But especially, but I can understand where you're coming from. Like Billy does come in with a game plan, and it's almost like he says, all right, bet with 5 minutes left, this player's going in. But it's like, yeah, but we need to stop the bleed now. I said 5 minutes in is when we're going to bring in Andre. Like, it's just like, come on. Like, and that's why I always go to it's situational awareness with Billy Donovan. That is a killer with him. We've seen Billy Donovan come up with some good game plans that have worked at times while you try to crack open a soda on the low or a beer or whatever you drink. And we heard you. So it's just that it's that adjustment. And when you're up against the better coaches in the NBA, he usually gets cooked because the great coaches are always adjusting. They're adjusting every play if they need to. Every time out, every time there's a ball stoppage, they get an opportunity to really kind of maybe give the coach the team to kind of do something different, change a little bit of things up. I really thought it was important. Like the Indiana Pacers are a terrible defensive team, but when you look at what they tried to do with Kobe at the start of that game, with starting off with Pascal Siakam on Kobe to really keep the ball out of Kobe's hands, we just don't do things like that. And that's definitely hurts a lot of people for sure.
And that's absolutely right. And you got to give Jim Carrey credit for putting Siakam on, putting him on Kobe White, because Kobe struggled that entire game except toward the end. But Javonte Green came in and provided the Bulls with a nice spark off the bench. And then he sat him on the bench for like most of the rest of the game after that. So, I'm not here to harp on Billy Donovan, but it's winning time. We got what, 10 games left? How many games we got left?
9 games left now. 9 games.
9 games left, and you need every one of them. And just think about the 3 or 4 games that they've lost in the last 10 and where they would be if they didn't lose those games. The Bulls would be sitting right outside of that 6th spot with a chance to get out of the play-in, or at least to have a chance to play 2 play-in games. But because of that mediocrity from the players themselves and the coaching staff, you just got a middle-of-the-road team that can't get out their own way.
That's a fact. Steve-O in the building. What's going on, Steve-O?
What's the word, gentlemen?
How you feeling coming into this game, brother?
Sick like I've been all fucking week since we lost. I mean, how should I feel? Like, I don't know how to feel when it comes to this team. Coming off last game, it was an exciting win nonetheless. You seen all the things that we've been missing from Javonte Carter. Green. Javonte Green. See, this is gonna mess me up because I knew as soon as I said it, I'm like, that's not right. Yeah. But we already knew what was gonna get out of that, but I found that game a little bit more irritating than so happy because I was like, what the fuck? Why we took so long to bring him back? Because I knew he was something we needed the whole year. But nonetheless, it was a good win to see. And like you said, we know this team has the talent to go up against anybody. You just don't know what team you're gonna get throughout the whole 48 minutes of the game. So who knows, bro?
Yeah, and then it's almost like this team has found new and interesting ways to give up leads. Like, for last year, it was just if team got hot from 3, we'll give up a lead, right? We knew that. We understood that if we weren't locked in defensively. But the Bulls now, it's like I don't know if I've ever seen a team have so many multiple 5-minute scoring droughts in the same game ever. It's ridiculous. Like, and it goes back to, like, I know I harping on this a lot. I know this is one of the personal things I talk about so much ad nauseum, but it's because I really don't understand how, as a professional basketball team, you don't move without the ball. Like, I just don't understand that. That's basics.
Beyond basics, bro. Beyond basics. And even when you look at the Paralympics, they rolling without the basketball. There's no reason for the Chicago Bulls to be making millions of dollars to play a game. To be playing a game, crazy. And they're not doing the basics, bro. And that sucks to see as a fan.
And then not only do we not do the basics ourselves, we get killed by the basics. We don't know how to guard a simple pick and roll.
That's because Vucevic's feet, man, like, he can't jump high, he can't move laterally. It's just one of those things with Vucevic. He's going to get killed in the pick and roll every day.
Yeah, him only being able to play drop coverage is such a limiting thing. Like, and I get it, Vooch, when he's on, like, and I hope this is a game. This is a game where, if we're talking about some positives, like, Vooch should be able to body up their centers today. And because I said that, he's not going to do it this game. But, it's just, Vooch in pick and roll defense, and then depending on what guard, like Caruso, Ayo are really good at it. Kobe's gotten much better, but don't let the pick and roll be DeMar and Vooch. Those are two of the worst pick and roll players I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it's like they playing in tar. But go ahead.
Yeah,
they are. No, they're in quicksand. That's what they look like they're playing in, because it for one, they don't talk. That's always, ever since Lonzo been going. That's the number one thing. They don't talk on defense. The only person that you hear out there on defense is AC. And AC can't talk no more because he's sitting there playing all 5 positions because he knows somebody gonna be off on a rotation. Yeah. And it's a number of things that just don't make sense to me. They can't stop a pick and roll, but it makes sense because they don't even know how to do a doggone 3-man weave correctly. And they teach that to people that's Bobby's son's age and Bobby's height.
You got to be the worst fast break team in the league. Got to.
Yeah. No, without.
If it's not, it's 3. Drum, Ayo, Dalen, if he's passing it, and Caruso, the best players we have. And now Javonte, I guess you could throw in that in the fast break.
Facts.
Kobe even sometimes in the fast. Listen, I love Kobe. Kobe's had an amazing season, but watch Kobe White sometimes. If he doesn't have the ball, when he has the ball, he's great. When he doesn't have the ball, Kobe doesn't know where to go sometimes. Yeah, it's every single time, bro.
Straight to that corner like it's 2K, and it gets on my last nerve, bro. It gets on my ever-loving nerve. And then the you mentioned like how we just go through multiple stretches of not scoring. It's just because we have one way to break anything. If we're trying, the whole thing is when it comes to us, we're trying to shoot. That's for some reason we said that again. We're trying to shoot threes, and they only have one way they know how to get somebody open, and that's somebody attack so they can draw them so they can kick out. That's the only way they know how to get somebody open instead of moving without the ball.
Or they just ISO Debo. That's it.
Yeah, hope that he's going to get to the free throw line or hit a difficult shot. And that's where it comes to, like, I get it that this team is locked into Billy Donovan. Would I love them to move on to Billy Donovan? Yes, it's probably not going to happen. But I really do hope that maybe AK looks at it and says, let me bring in an offensive minded assistant in this bitch. Like, let's do something like that.
That'd be incredible.
Bro, I've been asking for Mo Cheeks ass to get the fuck on for years. He literally, if you've been looking to him as a coach, even outside of the Bulls organization, he's been garbage.
And he look like a squirrel.
Just the same man to tell. He do look like a fly squirrel.
Hey, wait, but he's had the same waves for at least 30 years. Y'all think it's a unit? It got to be a unit, don't it?
Waves no more. That's a piece. It ain't even a unit. It's just a piece. He got a
That's
piece
a tsunami.
That's a wave. But this is the same man that told Matt Barnes not to shoot corner threes, and that's all he could do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The man ain't smart. We got a lot of assistants that, and don't get me wrong, I know Chris Fleming, he's been on that preseason poll that coaches or GMs do as one of the assistants that they think will make one of the best head coaches. So I'm not saying him, but it's like out of everybody else outside of Chris Fleming, all of our assistants are just there to just repeat what Billy Donovan says. Like, if you're going to lock in with the coach, a coach that you gave an extension 2 years early, support him with better assistants. You need to be doing that. At the very least, like, create a succession plan or something, because what we're doing right now is not it, bro. It's not it. And that's one thing that I'll give somebody like Doc Rivers credit for. Doc Rivers always surrounds himself with assistants that are smarter than him at some aspect of the game of basketball. Shout out to little man coming through.
Dude, going somewhere, man.
Hey, let him do what he does, bro. Leave that man alone, man. He out here jamming, bro. He said, hey, his pop's gonna be on the camera. He gonna be on the camera too. He got all the hair you lost. That's crazy.
Jackson, say what up to the game. Go, man. Get out of here.
Bro, that's your twin, man. Yeah, that's crazy. Leave that man alone, bro. Let him do what he do, man.
He been running around all day calling us booty heads and so types just all day long, bro.
That's how old is he?
He'll be 6 next Friday.
That's what's up.
Oh Lord, he calling people booty heads at 6. Lord, when he turn 10, he gonna be a menace.
That's hilarious, bro.
It's gonna be a menace.
But to get back on this game, man, what do you think? Are you more worried about Cam Thomas or Mikal Bridges killing the Chicago Bulls in this game?
Cam Thomas. That's where because Mikal Bridges for me has had a down season. He came in last year and put up 30 after 30 and did more than he did for the Phoenix Suns. But now that teams are scheming for him, it seems like he's taking a step back offensively, at least from the few games that I have seen from him. But Cam Thomas is a bucket, man. He's capable of giving you 30 plus on any given night. And we know how the Bulls are. At least one player, if it ain't Cam Thomas or Bridges, it's going to be somebody else out there killing.
Yeah,
I mean, it's the same for me, Cam, because one thing we know this team cannot stop is people that can run off ball and shoot. We just seen it with Boston. We got killed by a janitor. So this dude is a professional shooter for real. Like he one of those.
About, what's his name? Chris Debbie looking. He used to play for the Bulls.
You literally just proved his point.
Play for the Bulls.
What was his name? Cornette. Luke Cornette. He played for the Bulls.
No. That's the center.
Luke Cornette.
I'm talking about the shooter.
I always forget
the Gordon Hayward looking motherfucker. Him.
We can't think of his name, but that does prove the point.
Yeah, that proves the point. Like, yeah, we got killed by someone.
All he did was run around screens, and we have nobody on this team that's, first of all, not only dedicated, none of them know how to run or read screens. There's been so many
Caruso
times.
Does.
Yeah, but he get hurt too much when he does it because he always get his angle caught up with something. So he does, but in this situation with
Sam
Cam, I don't
Hauser,
know.
there you go.
Sam Hauser. I don't know who's going to be the guy to. Are you going to put AC on him? Because I will put him on. I will. Yeah, because I'm more likely to put him on Bridges.
Well, I would say put AC on Cam to start because if you could slow down Cam at the point of attack, and I'd say this, I'm not. If Miles Bridges has a 35-point game, I think the Bulls still win that game. If Cam Thomas has a 35-point game, I don't think the Bulls win that game. So
what about Ayo? Why not put Ayo on Cam?
You could do that.
I don't like. He don't read screens to me. Where it's too many times where he goes over instead of under, or go under instead of over. That's my only thing. Like I think like he could play solid. It's just when Cam start getting to the rhythm and realizes like he has a hard time reading the screens. Like that's what I worry about.
I can feel that. I don't know, man. This is another game where to see how Vooch
coin flip.
Yeah, and to see how Vooch and Drum play, this should be another game where both Vooch and Drum both have double doubles. They both should be airing to have double doubles this game.
If Vooch get out of his head, it seemed like lately Vooch has just been a head case, bro. He can't figure out how to hit shots. He's missing around the basket, not grabbing rebounds at the rate that he used to, getting killed by not just second tier players, but even third tier players like Luke Cornett is giving him fits. So it's been an up and down march for Vooch since the All-Star break, really. I want to see him put together a stretch of games. Him and Kobe. I want to see both of them put together a stretch of games where they're consistent again, because it just hasn't been like it was early in the season for either one of those guys. And Claxton back, it's going to be interesting.
Oh Lord,
But see, that's the thing. Like Claxton, Vooch should be able to body Claxton on the offensive side. Like you should be able to. I wish I could say that I have confidence that he's going to do that for sure, though, but I can't. I can't say confidence anything about Vooch.
I ain't gonna lie, Claxton mobile is gonna get Vooch in foul trouble.
Well, on the defensive side, Vooch can't do crap with Claxton defensively.
But yeah, he can't move nobody his body weight no more. If you ever noticed,
except for Nikola Jokic, if he played Jokic 82 times this season, he'd be the second best center in the league. I don't know what that is, bro.
Him and Valanciunas, he always going off.
Yeah, and he does okay against Sabonis, but like it's just like I don't know if it's another European big man. Vooch is just like, bet I'm eating today. Is Vooch afraid of black people? Is that what we're finding out?
No, man. Look, he go to a black barber. Come on now,
bro, because that fade stay faded. Is clean. That fade stay faded every game.
Air rip, bro, crispy as hell.
Hey, he's the only one on the team that stays crispy too, because like everybody be woofing for 2 weeks at a time.
Ayo be crispy.
Ayo, I'm scared he gonna have locks in the middle of his head the way he cut his shit. He cut his shit every game.
It'd be all uphill with it.
On my mama.
But nah, Vooch, man, he's shooting under 50% from the field, under 30% from three. He's only averaging 18 and 10. And it's not a loud 18 and 10 because that's typically his career averages. But some of those 18 points come on 19 shots, and it's just not one of those seasons. Like last season, he played really, really well. He got his contract this year, and I think he's taking a step back. It's unfortunate, but the Bulls do need him. They just like they need Zach. I hope people realize that the Bulls would probably be above 500 if they had Zach.
It depends on which Zach shows up, though. Because Zach was absolutely garbage to start the season off. Like he was shooting career lows across the board. Now I will say this: when he came back from injury, you could tell he was trying to fit in. He was facilitating more, picking the spots a little bit better. And if Zach stayed on that path, we'd be above 500. Because at that point, you got to look at it. What do we lack? Some 3-point shooting. What can Zach do? He can shoot the ball from three, man. So
and he can get to the line too. And honestly, I don't think we lose those Detroit games, that Washington game. I don't see it happening with a healthier Bulls team.
You just started the trade factory. Now I hope y'all know this. You're gonna see 72 trades come through this damn chat now.
Well, they already know. I turned off on trades, bro. Like I'm not answering trades. People be calling in with voicemails about trades. I'm like, hey man, can we get through the play-in first? Can we do that?
Can this season end before we talk about any movement of this team?
I mean, if the Bulls are, well, they look like they're gonna stay in the 9th spot, and Atlanta, man, they're gonna be a tough out in that play-in game, and then you got to play another one right after that. It's gonna be tough. The way Murray's playing, Trae Young when he gets back, DeAndre Hunter is finally playing the way that they thought he would play when they drafted him in the lottery. He's playing with confidence. It's gonna be a tough game against Atlanta. The Bulls got to get ready for that for sure.
Yeah, the game against a Monday on Atlanta is going to be hugely important, especially seeing how the Bulls do in these next two games against Brooklyn and then Minnesota on Sunday. But when you come back to it on Monday against Atlanta, that could be a game, depending on how the Bulls play over these two games, that may make the determining factor on who's going to be that 9th seed. So,
yeah, that is.
I don't care though. The thing is, and I know a lot of Bulls fans are tripping over. If the Bulls drop to the 10th seed, because they're still going to be in the play-in, I don't give a shit. If they get eliminated from the play-in, I don't care, because that's more chances at the lottery. At this point, I just want whatever's going to happen is going to happen. If we win, I'm absolutely going to have fun watching it. I'm going to have fun breaking it down. We're going to have fun. But if they lose, okay, cool. Let's get this season over with. Let's see what AK can do. Because in a lot of ways, maybe a little bit worried that if the Bulls do make it out the play-in, what is AK then going to say? Oh, well, we made it out the play-in tournament. That's with missing Patrick Williams and Zach LaVine. We feel really confident about content. Shut the fuck up, bro.
You know he will say that.
Exactly.
You know 100% he will say that. But
and you know who else is saying? You know who else saying that, Steve-O? Jerry Mr. Burns Reinsdorf. He loves this the last 3 years of the Bulls. Not good enough to be bad, not bad enough to be good. Like, he loves that. He just wants fans to think that there's a chance. He do it with the White Sox. He's trying to do it with the Bulls too, and it's unfortunate, man.
Man, I don't see how you say you having fun. This is fucking torture. It's like it's really fucking.
What we do for a
are
living.
you going to work after this camp
today?
No, you got to get his kids.
Yeah. No, I got to go to the airport though later today.
I do not want to call this game, bro. I really don't feel like I don't want to do it, bro. I don't want to, bro. I'm tired
I don't gotta leave till like
basketball.
8. I don't gotta leave till like 8.
Bobby and Dub ain't calling the game.
Yeah,
Dub is, but I ain't trying to leave Dub by his
yeah,
load.
Bobby not gonna be there. I'm gonna be there for.
Yeah, Bobby, they making that move.
I'm gonna be there for the first half, Bobby, Steve-O. So maybe we can just take turns on halves.
I do the ending. I can do the ending. I can, bro. Y'all don't, bro. I don't like ending my nights depressed.
You don't have to do this. You can check out at any point in time.
About to say, what you mean, like depressed?
Just don't watch it, bro. Like, real talk.
Even if you watch it, there's no way that this team depresses me any. Like, there's nothing that they can do.
The thing I always say, and this isn't to crap on anybody else, this ain't the darkest that I've been in as a Bulls fan.
Thank you. We've seen
like,
18
it
wins.
Dark.
18 wins.
It's not that. I've been through way worse. It's just right now. When you're at a place where you're like at a dead end and you don't know where the fuck we going, it's like, what? I don't know how to feel. Like, I really don't know how to feel. Like, it's like, okay, even if we was in those dark times, it's like, okay, for example, at least they're gonna come back. When they're come back, we're gonna be all right. Or when such and such comes, there is no light. I don't know. They still talking about this motherfucker. DeMar might get a contract. Yep. I don't know if we're gonna move on. It's just
DeMar gonna be back, bro. DeMar will be back next year, bro.
For what?
Because they love him. That's why.
I don't. But that's the thing, bro. If they loved him that much, he would have got an extension already. I really do. I'm not saying that he's not going to come back either. I'm just saying that if it was just this huge love for him, they would have paid him what he wanted. The fact that they're still far apart on money, I don't know, man. I don't know, bro.
Steve, love me. You sound like a Tyler Perry scene. Love me. I'm giving you my all.
And don't be surprised if a lot of free agents are waiting to see if Philly strikes out on Paul George and the other top free agents. Because I tell you what, if Philly strike, Philly, no, I wouldn't say that either. But Philly has $122 million under the lug. They have 3 players under contract next season. Every free agent
contract is up.
Yes, every free agent is going to be sitting there waiting and looking like, well, Philly got to pay somebody, and they're going to try to keep.
It's time to extend Maxey, though, right?
But no, Maxey has 2 years left, but he has a team option. They're just going to pick up the option. Technically, they have 2 players under contract next year. I'm just assuming they're going to pick up the team option on Maxey, so I'll put 3 there. Philly's gonna they're either gonna build a great team or they're gonna spend some dumb money. And there's a lot of free agents waiting and saying, "Hey, I can get paid a lot of money and play with Joel Embiid." Just that's all I'm saying, bro. Don't just assume, man.
And they doubly gonna spend that bag to keep Joe there.
Yeah.
So they're not even gonna play like that. But see my point. Their ass in a situation where you don't know exactly what it is, but they winning games, but it's still some wiggle room of what things could go. I don't know what we're gonna do.
They still hanging their heads on Lonzo, because now that Lonzo was cleared for contact or whatever, they're definitely not going to put in whatever the exception is.
I won't say that either, because he's not cleared to he's still far away from being cleared to be able to return to basketball.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I treat Lonzo like Voldemort. He is he who should not be named. I don't want to hear his name. I don't want to hear his name. He ain't coming back until he on the floor. Until I'm out here see him running, cutting, diving, I'm not believing it. Y'all need to
Candyman,
bro. No. At some point, something needs to be studied about why the Ball brothers lower body injuries it's done. It's done.
Buddy in New York, North Carolina, he done for the season. I don't know what's wrong with him,
bro.
Them shoes must have really been bad.
And people say dumb shit like, well, they had them practicing on concrete courts. That's why, you know how many people practice and came up on concrete courts that don't have low bar injuries. Y'all just, well, Kev, you're old. It don't count, bro. Like, you got tendonitis, bro.
No, I don't. I ain't got 10. Don't put that on me. Name of Jesus,
bro. I've seen you shoot on the basketball court. You literally look like you walk like Trick Daddy, bro. Like your skin about to fall. Let me stop playing with Kev, bro.
That's just always how I've been. I've always been a lurchy type dude, just a crickety type. You
say lurchy.
You rang.
Oh my God, bro.
When it's all said and done, come Monday, are the Bulls still the 9th seed, or have the Atlanta Hawks passed them up by the game?
I hope they passed us. Put us out. I'm almost to the point where I want us to get so embarrassed for the rest of this season. There is no reason why you don't bring shit back. I am through with this. I am done. Chalk it up. It's over with.
But you're not, because they're gonna run it back next year. You're gonna still be here saying the same shit.
Hey. I'm telling you, as God is my witness. Just like I said, I didn't want to do last game. I didn't do it. If we run this shit back, I am 100% predominantly NBA Central. I promise you, I
am. We're gonna be back regardless, Steve-O. We'll be seeing you next year too.
You can bring your pastor voice on all you want. That ain't common, no spirits around here.
Young man, it is what you just gotta put it in God's hand, young man.
God ain't listening.
The Bulls do make it hard to root for them, to be truthful, because we know that they have all the potential in the world to at least be a 6th seed. If you're looking at the standings, they're not that far behind any of the teams that's in front of them, including the Miami Heat, the injury riddled Philadelphia Sixers, the Pacers, who don't play no defense, and to allow the Orlando Magic to surpass you after going and get Vucevic has to sting every time the Bulls look at the standings. Has to.
A lot of things. We have people we've allowed to go away. We've people we've traded to kill us. We've had even so much as G League dudes that came, developed, went over elsewhere, worked on their game and killed us. We've seen it all. That's why I think it's so many. For us to be a 9th seed, it don't feel like it. Like, it don't feel like a 9th seed. It feel like we Washington right now, but we ain't.
Well, no, I mean, I think we feel like a 9th seed used to feel. Keep in mind, the 9th seed used to be out the playoffs. If we were 4 years ago, a 9th seed, we'd be like, all right, bet. Like, this team sucks. It's just that the play-in has now trained us to start looking at the play-in as postseason, and it's like, no, I think we feel exactly like a 9th seed should feel. The NBA just manufactured something to give a couple of more teams a chance, and we're benefiting from that. But right now, in most years, we'd be in the – keep in mind, the Bulls would be in the worst possible place right now because we'd be so far down the lottery, we don't have that many odds to. And then on top of that, like, it's just that the play-in is exciting. Don't get me wrong. I love that they created the play-in, but
But it's
I
not
think
the
how you feel,
playoffs.
Steve, is exactly. It's not the playoffs. They still don't even track play-in stats. They don't even track it.
That's it.
I
It's not
like,
the playoffs.
like,
I hate the fact, my bad, Steve, but I hate the fact
go
that
ahead.
ownership and leadership treat the play-in like it's the postseason, and some fans look at the play-in like it's the postseason. No, the Bulls haven't made the playoffs since they lost to Milwaukee 2.5 years ago. That's just the reality of it all.
Yeah, like I
Yeah.
think when it comes to that, like I like the I get the idea, and it wasn't a terrible idea, but I didn't think, to be honest, I don't think they think very hard on it because they didn't realize that they was gonna bring in an element of bad basketball to that. Yeah, there's gonna be times where you're gonna see NCAA type tournament feel because it's down to the wire, but it's down to the wire because they trash.
Well, the
We
Heat
just
didn't.
seen.
We saw the
I
Heat
mean,
do it last year, though. They went all the way to the finals from the
that's
play-in,
an
and
anomaly. I
they were what,
promise you,
3
we
minutes
won't see
away
it
from
ever
losing
again. I
ever
promise you, we
again.
won't ever see it ever again.
Ever? I won't see
We
that.
I will
probably
see it
won't see it
again.
in the next 20 years.
I think we'll see it again. Because look at the
I
West right now. You got Golden State and the Lakers. They're both play-in teams, bro. And
But
the
but
Lakers,
that,
I think the Lakers were a play-in team last year, and they went to the Western Conference Finals.
but that's in their DNA. Like they always find a way to get there.
So,
Like
so what are you saying? Are you saying that we'll never see it again from the Eastern Conference, or we'll never see it
I
again from
don't
the
think
NBA?
I think only certain teams you will only see it happen with. That's what I mean. I don't think you will see multiple examples of other franchises being able to do it. I think when San Antonio gets their team right and they possibly not as good as people, you're going to see those type of teams that's going to benefit and possibly make a run because they built a foundation of a whole camaraderie of teams where they're built to fight and scratch and claw in certain situations. Everybody not built for that.
I mean,
Heat
that's
is.
clear. That's clear. I'm just saying. I was just basing it on what you said that we'll never see it again. So I'm glad. Thanks for the clarity.
Yeah, yeah, you'll see it again. I just don't think it would be like a normal thing.
Yeah, I think we'll see it once every 4 or 5 years. I think it's
Yeah,
probably
that's more
realistic.
reasonable.
Yeah,
More,
once
yeah.
every 4 to 5 years. Ricky says NBA draft is stacked to pick 20. What draft you watch? You getting too caught up in March Madness, bro. This draft ain't stacked.
You know what I
Stacked
will
with
say?
role player talent, yes, you can get some really good 10-year vets in this draft. Star level talent, I won't say that. Go ahead, Steve.
I was about to say. I have to say it's stacked with quality basketball, not star
Yeah.
talent. Like I feel like in certain situations you can possibly get some stars out of it if they go to the right situation. Because, like I've said in previous videos, I feel like this is probably one of the oldest drafts that's going to be in the lottery. So they already know what to do when they come in the league. So if they go into the right situation, it can propel them to be a star. But I won't say it's like star. It ain't no 96 or no 2003. That's stacked.
Yeah.
This is a solid draft, right? Not
Yeah.
the high-end talent that you look at that's gonna, and you probably will be one or two people that we don't expect that do turn into stars coming out. It's every draft, right? But this is a draft where you could find some really good pieces that could play on your team for a long time. So
Wutage, the Bulls just picked up a player from the last UConn championship in Adama Sanogo. You don't get no tick though.
they're developing him. I think that changes next year if they can't keep Andre Drummond.
Hopefully he can move his feet. He can learn how to play the pick and roll because I think that's what's
Have you
holding
been
him back.
watching him down in the G League?
I
He's
haven't.
adapted pretty well to pick and roll
Okay.
defense. He's
Yeah,
learned
it's
to
foot.
Yeah, he's learned to use his stride to at least slow somebody down on the pick and roll is what I'll say. So
Okay.
That's what I was about to say. Like he's trying to learn to use his body in certain situations because he know I ain't the athlete, nor do I have the lateral quickness that I should be when it comes to certain fours and fives I'm gonna go against. So he's learning to position himself in certain situations, which is smart because he's a smaller defender in his position. So
yeah.
that's the product of UConn. They work hard and they learn the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We'll see, man. Yeah, but draft country kick in right. Either the Bulls get eliminated or not from the play-in. I'm already starting to get my profiles together and things like that. The vids I'm going to use to break everything down. But there's not a Bulls channel that breaks down draft prospects like I do. That's one thing I can say. It's a headache though. I'm not even gonna lie to that. It's a fucking headache. So
it's a good headache to have.
Oh my God, how'd that game get closed?
What game you talking about, bro?
South Carolina and Indiana.
Ooh, Indiana not scared.
Game just ended. They lost.
Okay.
And it's over.
Literally like that.
But Kev, did you get to answer the question? I know we kind of got skewed off there. Do you think come Monday after the game against the Atlanta Hawks, who's the 9th seed, the Bulls or the Hawks?
Honestly, I'm gonna say the Bulls. I feel like they're not about to lose 2 in a row. So by the time they come to Monday, they'll be in 9th place, and then they'll beat Atlanta. This is how I feel. It's just the way the Bulls play. Now, wait a second. If they win 2 out of 3, they still gonna be under 500, right? Because that's really what matters.
What are we 2 games below 500 right now?
Oh yeah. So if they win their next 2 games, then they're losing to Atlanta on Monday because they're not
3 games below 500. So
yeah. So if they win tonight and then they win Sunday, they're gonna lose Monday. But if they win tonight and lose Sunday or lose one of these first 2 games, they're gonna win on Monday. They just can't get to 500.
Atlanta will be in that 9th pick. On that 9th spot.
9th spot.
Yeah, 9th spot. And we ain't beating the Timberwolves. It ain't happening.
We beat them before. We just beat them like 3 weeks ago.
And they got that motherfucker circled, and that black motherfucker down there coming for blood. He coming for blood. He ain't having that. He's not having that no more. And that's the thing. Like, can we beat them? Yes. Can we win tonight? Yes. Can we win the next 3 games? Yes. Will we? I don't know.
Oh, Notre Dame lost, Steve-O? I didn't even know.
Oh, yeah, boy. Them Oregon girls gave them
Where you been?
Task.
Plus,
tough task.
Kev made Mark K retire, bro. It's crazy, bro. That's wild. Mark K from CHGO. It's inside joke. No. You don't remember? Come on now, bro. Kev remembers.
You talking about the dude that's your boss?
No,
that was like
I'm my boss.
No. Like I said something to somebody on Twitter. That's the only thing I can think of.
Y'all don't remember the DM I sent y'all like a week ago?
Oh, you killed him. What you mean?
Like I didn't do it.
So the joke.
No, I get it now,
bro. That was a Cody Parkey kick over my head.
He left though. Ever since that moment, he left.
He retired yesterday from podcasting.
Oh man, that was your fault. You definitely did.
How was that my fault? That was almost a month ago.
You was like that new Big Sean song. Pew, pew, bing.
No. Like K-Dot did to that new Big Sean song. Big Sean said, "I'm coming back." That K-Dot verse dropped and said, everybody was like, "Big Sean, who?"
How you got an internet body?
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Oh, you called an internet body.
You called an internet body. That's
not the first time. It won't be the last. Motherfuckers should learn to leave me the fuck alone. That's it, bro. That's
I saw somebody talking to
Jordan Crawford.
Saw somebody talking to Pat earlier. Talking to Pat on Twitter that was like, "Stop trying to be like Haize, be yourself." Did you see that?
I didn't even see that because I would have been like, "Hey, leave my homie alone." Now I'm about to go catch a body, so now I will go catch another.
Pat told me, he's like, the fact that you don't even realize that I got a show that I do with Haize every night is hilarious to me. And then of course the comments was like, "Do you need to watch your mouth talking about Haize because he gonna come for your head?" So,
yeah, because if I would have saw that, I would have came for somebody's neck. Especially they already messed with my boy Pat. But yeah, man, listen, all I can say to that is, all jokes aside, is that people be thinking that internet shit is all, and then when you roll up on them, they realize, oh, it's not everybody ain't like that. So it is what it is.
I wish you would make me retire from podcasting. What?
I would never do you like that. I would never do you like that.
No, I was just talking about period. Like, dude got to be soft as baby booty, man. He bogus as all get out.
Nah, that motherfucker, he had his talk with his wife. He said, "I think it's time. It's gone too far. It's gone too far. No, I didn't sign up for this shit."
He looked at it and said, No, it was a nigga that sent me this. I'm done.
Yeah.
We got the starters announced.
I didn't know they was letting those dudes on the podcast.
The starters tonight: Kobe, Io, DeMar, AC, Nikola Vucevic as your starters again. How do you got like so? Billy Donovan tried to move AC back to the bench. He tried to start Torrey Craig. We went down 15. We allowed a 15-0 run to start. Do you think that Billy Donovan did that completely shell shock Billy Donovan to put Torrey Craig back in as a starting four? Do you guys feel confident for the rest of the 9 games, just giving up the size factor? Would you like to see Billy Donovan give another shot of Torrey Craig to be in there as that starting four?
Oh no, because Caruso at least is capable on defense, obviously, but offensively too. Caruso has shown stretch where he'll hit 2 or 3 straight threes to start the game and so on and so forth. And he can facilitate. Whereas Torrey Craig, he just ain't got no bag, man. Like offensively, he's really one-dimensional. Either catch and shoot, pivot drive, but he doesn't have. He might throw it behind his back every once in a while, but he can't really control his own shot. Create his own shot. Whereas Caruso can. And defensively, Caruso is the engine that causes this team to go. And if you have him on the bench to start the game, you're basically playing catch up afterwards, and that's whether he's hurt or not.
That's what I was about to go with. Is he's too important to the starts of our games because whenever he's on the bench, we just always start off slow. We always not in the groove of everything. And even if we do start off slow when he's on the court, he's usually the one to break the ice or break the or kill the drive that when they do it. But yeah, I think that's the main thing why he did it. It wasn't even because the productivity that we first seen from Torrey has dropped, and like I said, we just not a good team when he's not coming out starting with us. So I think that's the main thing. He realized for the sake of the attitude of this whole team and the sake for this game for us to have a chance, I need to start him.
Okay.
Who is Travis? Who is Travis Shannon?
Terrence Shannon. And I don't think abyss is the word you're looking for either when you talk about the amount of talent that's available. But
it's a nice ass pond. I'll say that.
Yeah. Listen, it's a nice lake. It's a nice lake with a warm spring underneath it. It's all right. He can have some good time. Now y'all didn't make me. Now I'm about to go get a body. I don't know which video was it on because I'm about to go body somebody.
Oh, you talking about with Pat?
Yeah,
I think
it was just a tweet. He just tweeted it earlier today.
No, he tweeted it, but it's a screenshot from the YouTube comments. I'll find it. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. All I saw was the screenshot. I'm old.
You so old, bro. Like
I was just surprised that I was on Twitter to begin with. I was like, why am I here? I left.
You thought you pressed the TikTok. That's what it was. Your eyes confused you. That's what it was.
Oh no,
I know Kev be trying to hold on, bro. You gotta commend Kev for doing what he
trying to hold on.
Kev be trying, bro. I love Kev, man. He really be trying, bro. But sometimes Kev just be like, "Hey, man, listen, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about."
Not with this social media stuff, bro.
And you shouldn't, bro. Listen, it's not a bad. I don't listen. I'm glad you don't know about it, bro. Because leave that shit alone, bro. Because we already saw you already have to go off on an old woman, bro. Like just leave it alone.
We do not need to start Andre Drummond. At least start Drummond against two bigs like Minnesota, Cleveland. But tonight you need him off the bench. If you start Andre Drummond, are you saying bench Vucevic? Because I wouldn't mind seeing Vooch come off the bench for now because the way he's been playing lately. But if you saying start him,
attitude is
he gonna be sassy as hell. He'll be super sassy.
I'm gonna average a tech a game if he come off the bench.
Yeah, I mean the thing with Vooch is that I think the whole Drum Vooch conversation of it, I understand why people say start Drum over Vooch, and I think they're just looking at a couple of things. They're looking at rebounding. He's a way more furious rebounder, and he's better defensively. But let's not I want everybody to go and look as well. Drum be getting cooked in pick and roll defense as well. Let's be clear here.
His footwork ain't that good.
Yeah, just less than Vooch.
It's just that we see the absolute dog shit of pick and roll defense, and when Drummond gets in, it's like, hey, this ain't too bad. But Drum gets cooked in pick and roll defense a lot too.
Yeah, the only thing that helps Drum is he's just more athletic than Vooch.
Yeah.
He didn't have the athleticism. He'll look the exact same way
because he can jump. Because sometimes Vooch recover, but he can't recover to the point of playing defense, whereas Drummond can recover from getting beat off the dribble, he'll either foul you or get the block shot or at least recover enough to get the rebound. Vooch is still standing where he got left at.
Yeah, because I see. I think we've played. Who we played? It was Toronto. Pick and roll, lob. He just jumped too early. It was a German just jumped too
Yeah,
early, and I
he
was
was right there. The ball went like right there.
like, yeah, it just jumped too early. I was like, that's Vooch. It'd been dead anyway because he ain't jumping.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see, man. Any last thoughts before we get up out of here, man? We're about to go ahead and get ready to wrap this up. We're about 15 minutes till game time. Any last thoughts? Any hopes, concerns, whatever? How you guys feeling, man?
It would be great to see the Bulls go on a 3-game winning streak starting tonight. 4-game if you're including the Indiana game, and to go up to 500. It'd be cool to see this team at least be 500. I think Steve and myself had the Bulls winning like 38 or 39 games this season. I would love to see them prove me wrong.
And all you motherfuckers was talking about I was so negative. I want my apology, bastards.
You did come in after the first loss of the season going off, bro. Like we lost at that point. It was one game. This nigga Steve-O came out fire. I'm tired of this. Is like it's
but
been
they
one
went
game.
off. They had a team meeting after the game. They had a team meeting after game one.
I'm just saying. I know. I get it. I'm just saying that's why people started calling Steve-O negative. Before then, people was like, "Hey, Steve-O got points." Steve-O came in after the first game going off. Go ahead, Steve-O. I see you.
Look at Jay.
Was I wrong?
Nah, you were not.
Was I wrong?
No.
And Jay, you talking I'm still negative. Am I wrong?
And if we talk about negative, the Bulls are -3 right now because they 3 games under 500.
We are negative. I can't help. You want me to bring positive? See that y'all sound like some of these motherfuckers. Y'all just want us to bring some shit out of ashes. It don't work like that. We're in shit. I can't, bro. I can't take the shit smell off of shit. I can't do
Steve-O.
You're right about that.
Here goes Kid. You know, Kid is he lives for the I told y'all we don't even know where the hell you come from, jean jacket. Shout out to Kid, bro. Like shout out to B Kid. Kid's my
waiting
nigga,
in the
bro.
Wings, bro.
Hey, bro, he just came. No, we didn't even know he ain't left one comment the whole stream, bro. I was right too, motherfuckers.
Look,
now I'm
did
gone,
somebody
bro.
say Justin Fields?
I promise you.
And he's waiting. Don't let Patrick Williams not sign a new contract. Kids, oh my God. The victory lap Kid is going to take, bro.
Bro, speaking of Patrick Williams, Steve-O, before you go, watching Nas Reed play basketball, I'm like, man, that's what Patrick Williams is supposed to be. That's how he's supposed to be. But go ahead.
I just know y'all just need to know one thing about Kid. He's lived up to his moniker, the pettiest man alive. He's literally the pettiest man.
I'm still waiting for the day that me and Kid both get on somebody at the same time, bro. Like they aren't gonna see.
It's going to have to.
Almost did with Joe Cowley. It was in waves though, because I was done by the time Kid found out he started going in on Cowley. But let me and Kid get in on somebody the same. That motherfucker may never see the light of day again.
I need to see that in person.
In person? Oh yeah, no.
That's where I could see it happen.
Person, me and Kid would have to roast the hell out of somebody and then immediately leave because we'll have them in there feeling so much they definitely gonna go get a gun.
They're gonna be trying to fight. Oh, they're gonna try to kill.
I'm not worried about fighting. I'll fight all day. That ain't nothing. Like, but all right, y'all, man. We want to thank you guys for tuning in, man. Be back at halftime, man. Y'all make sure y'all go and support them over while they doing a live call. I don't do live calls in these games like this where I'm thankful I don't. Make sure you guys are following. Go check out Shy Bulls podcast with the Cognac Boys where they'll be doing the live call on, man. I love you guys. Go Bulls. See Red, y'all. Peace.